Hello, today we are talking about what it's like to leave your phone in another country for 5 days.
The lessons that this taught Mum and what she's going to take into her new daily routine.
A little bit of inspiration from Mel Robbins and Jay Shetty.
And a little motivation from Rocky himself.
Yes, and even a little bit on how I'm doing my 100 push-ups a day.
And just my grandma life of baking and knitting.
And how Anik has made an olive cake for her mother-in-law. It's all lovely.
Enjoy.
Same DNA,
Different opinions.
always honest.
Always entertaining.
This is Two's Company.
Your new favourite mother-daughter catch-up.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back to this week's episode. I'm more energised for you this week.
No, not really. Still down. Still, hi guys.
That's just my personality though.
I know, darling. We love you for your personality.
Anyway. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
What have you been up to this week?
Well, we've just come from Easter weekend, which is one of my favourite times of the year. It's when Dad and I first started going out on Easter. So we've got lots of memories of Easter. And I love it because it's still nice days. It's a little bit cooler in the morning and night. Family's normally around at Easter. Ryan's normally home around Easter, and it's just lovely. And then just got back from Australia a few days ago. Went there to celebrate Geordie's 21st. And, yeah. What about you, Nix?
I've had a little bit of a chill week last week.
That's lovely.
With Easter, obviously, which was nice. Had Beckham's family over for dinner.
What'd you cook?
We did slow cooked pork belly in the slow cooker.
Has it not got crunchy skin then?
No, it's soft. It falls
Ugh.
apart. No, it's beautiful.
Is it?
It's cooked with brown sugar and soy sauce.
Yes, it's kind of like a
sweet
pull
sticky.
apart
And
pork kind
we
of
did it
thing.
on rice with
Oh,
bok
yeah.
choy.
Oh, yum.
Yeah, it was really good. We've made it before and it's nice. You
Can you
just
make that for me one
chuck
time?
it in the slow cooker. Yeah.
That
So
sounds
made
good.
that, and then I made her a birthday cake because it was also for her birthday.
Oh, what flavour did you make?
I did an olive oil cake.
Oh,
It's called
yeah.
an olive oil cake.
Yeah.
It's like this
I've tried
really
that.
fluffy, light,
I've made one before years ago
spongy
in
cake.
Whistler.
And I topped it, I just did 2 tiers, and on top of each tier was honey mascarpone cream,
Oh,
like
yum.
whipped honey mascarpone cream, and pistachio cream. And
Did you make your own pistachio cream?
I didn't make my own pistachio cream. I got the Pepper and Me pistachio cream and whipped it with whipped cream,
Okay.
whipped the
Do they
cream
do
and
a
mixed it together.
pistachio? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was so much easier.
Oh,
that
you
way.
get that from your work?
Yeah.
Oh, yum.
And then I did a raspberry compote, and so that was those 3 layers, and I sprinkled it with crushed pistachios on top.
That sounds so good.
Yeah.
Yum.
It was really fun to make.
She's very, very blessed to have a very good daughter-in-law, because a lot of daughter-in-laws don't do that. I used to make my mother-in-law always her birthday cake.
Oh, that's nice.
So many birthday cakes over the years, but
That would have been hard because she's like a chef. She was
Yeah.
like a chef.
yeah,
almost.
it was always
That
daunting
was
making
nice that
anything
you
for
did
her.
that for her.
But I think she would appreciate it, but just because she wasn't making it, you know.
Yeah.
Quite a few years we bought one too, but quite a few years I used to make them because
Mm.
it was so many years of there. But yeah, it's such a nice thing to do for your mother-in-law.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's really nice.
It was nice.
She would appreciate that.
Yeah, she was really thankful. And then obviously we had Easter dinner at your house, and Mum went all out with Easter dinner. It was so good.
Not really so much with the meal, more of the food.
You went all out. I was telling everyone I'm so excited for our Easter dinner because I saw your story that you'd posted.
What one was that?
So Mum made these little Easter treat boxes.
Oh, yeah.
These little brown cardboard boxes. They had little bunny ears, and
Yeah.
she tied a beautiful green ribbon around them, and inside was chocolate Easter eggs and little chocolate treats for all of us. And they were sitting on this beautiful table setting when we got here for dinner on these cute little rabbit green themed placemats.
Because my theme was white and green.
Yeah.
For Easter, yeah.
Little white bauble
White and green and
melamine
rustic,
plates.
yeah.
And then you had the little chocolate bunny cardboard thing with the ribbon and a little white napkin with green ribbon.
Yeah.
And then you had all these cute little like Easter decorations from the table.
Little bunnies everywhere.
And she got us all like little Lindt Easter bunnies, chocolate Easter bunnies as well.
Yeah.
And you made schnitzel and scalloped potatoes for dinner. And
I really only made that
greens.
because Diesel likes a good hearty homely meal.
Beckham loves that meal too.
Oh, does he?
So it was a win for us.
Oh, that's good. Boys like that meal.
Yeah, it was
And because
really nice.
Diesel had been out in field for so many weeks, and I thought, oh, he would love a good hearty meal.
Yeah, I'm sure he would have really appreciated that.
And
We
you
all did.
made nice homemade.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you made a beautiful lemon meringue
Mhm.
pie. It looked insane.
I made the pastry from scratch too.
Did you?
Yes.
And did you say you got that from Donna Hay?
Donna
her
Hay.
new series.
Donna Hay's got a new series out. I think it's called Coastal something, but it's a
I
new
just saw
series
it pop up
on
after
Netflix.
you told me about it. Do you have any left over meringue?
Yeah.
Because I really want to try
Yeah.
some more.
Have some
It
more.
was so
I had some of
yummy.
your, and Nikki made an Easter egg cheesecake.
Cheesecake.
And I had some of that yesterday.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
Really?
Yeah, it was yum. It was really
Oh,
good.
that's
It's
good.
always nice. I feel cheesecake is better the next day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. 'cause
Like it's more softer?
yeah, I don't know something about it.
Like
It's
the
just-
biscuit base is
it was
softer?
yum. And maybe that's what it is. It was so good.
Oh, that's good.
We Dad and I had it for dessert last night.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
Did Diesel end up trying any?
Yes, he loved
Did
it.
he like it?
Yep.
Oh, that's good.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it was really good, and it was nice having all the family, all 7 of us, all back together.
Yeah, it was really nice.
We actually get on really well, eh? Like all of us can just like,
Yeah, it was nice because I came from work and we all just like sat outside in the afternoon, like evening, with the heaters on, not the fire, the heaters, and it was really nice. Yeah, and it was nice to see little Diesel because, I mean, you guys never hear me talk about him. It's always fun talking about him. But it was nice to see him and his girlfriend.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then we always play card games afterwards.
But we played a new game.
Oh yeah, the new game, that was so funny. I
So-
fell in love with Dad that night all over again. I did.
No, but like in a way,
No,
weird,
it
intimate
was
way in
so
front of all of us.
nice.
Okay. That's nice. That's cute. Me and Beckham like have been just like having like fun before bed, like playing games if we're too tired to like watch TV. So like one night we played charades
That's so cute that you played charades.
and then like one night we played Heads Up on our phones.
Oh wow.
And then Beckham like thought of this game, well he's seen it online, and it was like you wear the headphones with really loud music and you have to try and understand what the other person is telling you.
Yes, you have the sound out. Eh? What is it
The
called?
music's really
Yes,
loud
you
and you
can't
can't
hear
hear
any
what the other
noise.
person's saying. And it was so fun because you'd get these like simple questions to say to the person in headphones,
Like, do you like rice, for example?
or
eh?
like, what do monkeys eat? And then they
Yeah.
have to try and figure out what you're saying and then answer it. And if
And
they
answer the
answer it within a
question,
minute
yeah.
and a half, they get a point.
But it makes you look at the other person's lips while they're trying to pronunciate everything, because you've got this loud music on and you can't
hear
hear anything.
You have to
And
lip
you can
read.
just see this person lip reading it. And all I could do was look at Dad's lips, and I was like, man, you've got really good lips. And I was just like, oh my
Everyone's
goodness.
gagging right now.
And I just stopped the game. I just wanted to kiss him.
Ew.
It's not a.
It's cute that you love each other, but ew. It's raining currently while we're speaking.
Geordie satellite and the aliens in her bedroom.
Anyway, what have you been loving this week?
Well, I loved going to Australia for Geordie's 21st. It was Geordie and I for 5 nights, and Ryan came over for 2 nights with us. And in those 2 nights, we went to what is it called? The Crocodile Lodge by the Australian Zoo, owned by the
Irwin
Irwins.
Zoo, yeah.
Yeah, and that was Geordie's 21st present, and we stayed in the lodge that overlooked the Crocs. Okay, and if anyone knows me, I love Crocs and sharks. Like, I've got this love-hate relationship with little Crocs and sharks.
I've never known you to hate them.
Well, I don't want to be. I'm getting too excited now. I don't want to be in a murky brown water with Crocs, because I'd be dead.
Well, yeah, no
And-
one would really
And I
want that,
don't
would they?
really want to see sharks when I'm out in the water, unless I'm in a cage or
Would
with.
you get freaked out? I thought you'd be like, ooh, like curious.
No, we had a shark in Fiji with me and Geordie. Well, actually, I saw a shark when Dad and I were in Great Barrier, but we were with a a what do you call
Tour
it, like a
guide?
tour guide underwater. She was taking us around, and so I felt kind of safe because she does it every day, and they were just reef sharks, and so I felt kind of safe, and I was kind of like, oh my goodness,
actually see
look
one.
at a shark, like in the wild, yeah. And I was like, because I've swam in Kelly Tolton's, in the cage, and my dream is always to go to South Africa and go to one of those big cages and get like bumped by the cage by big great whites.
Mum, there's horror stories, like horror movies about those
Is there?
things.
Well, that's what like,
That's
one of my
terrifying.
that's like one of my like on my list I want to do. And so when I saw it in the wild, it was I thought it was not that big, and she said, oh, it was 3 meters, so it was actually quite a decent size. But then we didn't have any tour guide. It was just Geordie and I in Fiji one time, and we were just snorkeling around, and Geordie goes underwater, shark, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And Geordie was like all into it. She followed it and wanted to study it. I was swimming like anything back to the shore, like, oh, there's no
Really?
way that I'd want to be, yes, there's no way I want to be in that water with a shark, because I had no tour guide, I had no spear, I had nothing with me. So I was, and then as I was swimming, I made it to shore, Geordie was just floating around.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, I can't believe as a mum I just left her out there.
But I
she
guess
seemed
if you
fine.
see it, you're safe, eh? Like
Yeah,
it's if
because
you,
they've
they've
seen
seen
you
you
way
before,
before
yeah.
you've seen them. But anyway, so where we stayed, there's only 4 units in this crocodile lodge that look on top of the crocodiles, and you literally have this glass fence, like a pool fence, and it goes down into this other double fencing, and you just literally see crocs. There's 21 crocs in this like huge 2-acre like pond kind of area. And at night time, you just see these sparkly little glitter eyes looking back at you, and you just see all the crocs, and because you can't see them through the day, but it's at night time that you're like, oh my goodness, there's a croc there, like everywhere. And in the daytime, when it's sunny, they actually come up and sunbathe on the grass. So you actually see these, and they're so camouflaged. And so that was like, I said to Ryan, I want to go back here every year. It's expensive. So he's like, oh my goodness.
Wow.
But that's like my go-to holiday now. I want to go to the Crocodile Lodge and stay in front of the crocodiles and look at the crocodiles all day
That's
long.
like a real luxury.
It was so cool. Like, I've stayed at so many places, and I think that's by far the best place I've ever stayed at. I loved it.
Really?
I was in,
Just because you were like with nature, like these
Yeah.
animals.
it was the whole
But in a
lodge.
nice, luxurious place.
Yeah, so it's outdoors.
If you
but
were in the
luxurious.
cabin, like in like an old dingy cabin, and there was crocodiles, I don't think you would like that.
Probably not.
No,
But
no,
then-
not probably not. You
No, but
wouldn't.
I would be fascinated with the crocs. But I did when I went hunting with Dad and Diesel. We stayed in a really old lodge, and I loved that weekend.
But you didn't like the place.
I didn't like the place, but I still loved the weekend. I loved being outside, but it was luxury because we had this beautiful lodge restaurant. So there was a restaurant, like Irwin's restaurant. It was beautiful. We had breakfast, lunch, and dinner there. You walk to your so there's like little lodge units everywhere, and you walk to the restaurant and stuff, and the pool area. And as you walk along, there's just wild kangaroos just hopping about everywhere.
Wow.
And then there's an area that's kind of enclosed, but they make it seem so like nature, like it's not enclosed, that it's by the restaurant, and there's this big fence, and there's an emu and all these kangaroos and these 3 koalas, and you're sunbathing on a deck chair with this beautiful infinity pool, and you look up and there's kangaroos jumping around. You look up and you see a kangaroo, and it is like, that is my haven.
Wow.
And then you go back to your really nice apartment and you look at crocs. And I could not take my eyes off for hours. So that's my major highlight. I loved it. Was the crocs.
No.
That was a big write-up, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, what have you been loving, Nikki?
I've been loving baking. Just like how I made the cake and stuff and the cheesecake.
Oh, wow.
I really
That's good.
I really enjoy baking, like when I get the chance. Like I love an opportunity to bake a cake or do something like
Do you find it quite therapeutic, or do you like doing, like, pleasing and making it for someone?
all of it.
All of the above.
I do find it very therapeutic and like mindful, just like baking.
Sorry, the little nana loves baking at the moment. Have you done your knitting this week?
No, because story broke it. I told you.
Did Story actually break your knitting
No, I
needles?
told you when I came over.
I thought she'd been playing with it. I didn't know she'd broke.
It was in my bag and she pulled the clothes off of my bag and pulled the knitting needles out, and the only way I heard it because I heard these knitting needles dragging across the ground, and she was running away with it because she knew she was in trouble, and I had to grab it off her and I broke the string in half. So I have to try and fix
But
how I can
she didn't
carry
break
it
the
on.
knitting needles?
No, my knitting project, that's even worse.
Oh, no. What was your knitting
A
project?
cardigan.
How far in were you?
I was like doing halfway up the front panel.
Oh, shiver sneaky. Can you,
And
like,
that took me like
get it back?
hours.
Can you get it back?
I will try.
Did you cry?
No, I was just annoyed.
Did you smack her?
No.
I
Why
would
would you
smack her.
She's a kitten. Why would you do that?
She's been naughty. She needs to know.
I just said no.
I just said no. And did she go, okay, Nika, here you go. Here's
She
your
should just
knitting
be
back.
cheeky and playful. So she just likes yarn, obviously, to play with.
She does. She gets into Geordie's yarn.
Anyway.
That's why I don't do knitting.
Yeah, I've just been loving baking because I find it very therapeutic and calming. And then seeing the person's like reaction when they like look at it and eat it makes me feel happy that I did that for someone.
Oh, that's so good, Nikki.
Anyway, what are we talking about today?
So, I did something not very bright.
No, it was not very bright at all.
I left my phone in New Zealand when I went off to Australia for 5 whole days.
You look like a...
I was going through, because we left from the Hamilton airport, go Jetstar. We went from a Hamilton airport and we went through, we were through security and through customs and everything. And the guy goes, I'll do your boarding pass. And because I always have my boarding pass on my phone, I was like, oh, yeah. And I went to look for my phone. I'm like, where's my phone? And that kind of like shivers, where's my phone? And then I looked at Ryan and Geordie and they're like, where's your phone? And I was like, I don't know. And then I think, oh, I must have left it in the car. Good old Geordie, being the Gen X she is. She Gen X?
Mm-hmm. No. You're Gen X. She's Gen Z.
The little Gen Z that she is. Looks up, where's my iPhone? So she knows where my location is. But it was quite handy because she's like, Mum, you've left your phone at home. It's back in the house. And I was like, crap. And then Dad was straight away like, go get an Uber now. No, he was straight away like, go in the car now. You'll be able to rush right back and get your phone. He was straight away like, action. And I was like, Ryan, I put the car key in my suitcase, which is now through with the bags. And
Why'd
he's
you...
like,
Wait, I'm sorry. There's just so many things here that... So, one, how can you forget your phone in the first place? Because your phone should just be with you with like, when you think keys, wallet, phone, grab them. For me, I like have my phone in my car for music and also for maps. And like, if someone texts me, I just bring it with me. But I guess you have your watch. But for me, I'd be like, where's my, like, why did you not bring your phone? Second, if you brought your car keys with you, why did you not put them in your carry-on, like your purse? Why would you put them in a big suitcase? Because then if you know they're with you, they're in your little purse.
Okay, first of all,
many things I just would
First of all, I
so
think,
differently.
I know, because you're like, Anika.
No, but like, what?
First of all, I think I left my phone because I was going through, Geordie was like, can you do a check if I've forgotten anything? So I was going through her thing. Dad had just got back late the night before from Wellington and he had to repack, and so I was doing things with him. I was making sure the 4 animals were all fed and you had like all the instructions for the animals, and I was thinking about the washing. And so as a mother, you know, you're thinking about all these things apart from yourself. I left my phone right on the table. I'd never done this in my life before. Dad drove the ute there, so it wasn't my car. And then I was going to drive his ute back because he was flying straight back into Wellington. And so he just chucked me his ute key, like just off his key ring. And I was like, oh, what am I going to do with your ute key? Oh, put it in the suitcase so it's nice and safe. And the suitcase went off through the tunnel, you know. And then Dad goes, quickly get an Uber now. And then the customs guy looks at me and he goes, where do you live? And I told him, he goes, you're not going to make it in time. You'll probably have to get another plane flight. And I was like, oh no. And then Dad's like, okay, straight away, looking on his phone, we'll have to get you another flight. And he goes, oh, because it's Jetstar, they only do one flight out of Hamilton. He goes, do you want to drive up to Auckland and catch another flight? And I'm like, no, it's only my phone. Like, yes, it's a bit of a, but no, I'm not going to drastically spend $600 more, you know, for my phone. And then Geordie and Dad were talking about, oh, we'll buy another phone over there. And I'm like, no.
What? Buy another phone?
Yes, just
without
so
your
phone.
SIM card?
Yeah, so you've got a new phone, like a new number, but at least you'll be able to take photos, and at least we'll be able to get in contact with you.
Just spend money on a new phone.
Yeah, and they were just like, we'll just do a cheaper phone. But I'm like, nah, I'd rather spend even that $300 just on a cheap phone. I'd rather spend that on another top. I can do without a phone. I'll be fine. And that's what brings me back to, I was just watching these podcasts, one from Jay Shetty and one from Mel Robbins, about talking about, how they don't have their phone in the first 60 minutes of their day. And so I've been doing these phone exercises for the last 2 weeks. And so I felt like, I've got this. I can do this. I can do it without my phone for 5 days. Yes, I had all my Apple Pay on it because I didn't have a wallet. I don't bring my cards. I always pay Apple Pay now. So I had no thing of money. I had all my confirmations and reservations for all the 3 different accommodations we were staying at, all on my phone. I was expecting a few important emails to come through. And the other thing was like, I'm going to be staying with Crocs. I want my phone to take photos. I didn't really care about social media. The next thing down from there was probably my organisation toy game, but it was those major other bigger things that I figured out. And I thought, you know what, I can do this. Geordie's got her phone because Dad was leaving us 2 days later. So I was like, I don't even have Ryan. So he left me his credit card, which was actually quite fun. But I was actually really good. But he left me his card, so I had a card to pay with. My phone was left at home, which Niki was at home feeding all the animals. So Niki sent me all the important emails. So it was high trust. You had my phone for 5 days, very high trust.
I didn't even go on it.
But still high trust, I feel. But I've got nothing to really
send you an email.
And I'm a what am I? A
Gen
X. So I don't do nude pics like all the young ones do. So there's nothing on my phone I don't really care anyone seeing. Yeah, that's what the new generation does.
Oh, you're scared of me going into your phone finding them,
but I had
stalking your phone.
Yeah, but I had no nude pics.
Why would I do that?
Because I don't know, just in case.
No.
But I had nothing really to hide. Everything about me anyway. I've got nothing on my phone to hide. So I was like,
why would I even go through your phone?
Well, just in case. In case. So I had high trust in Anika. Can you go through my phone? Can you see any important texts come through or important emails come through? Dad emailed about maybe the top 5 important people to me that needed to know I didn't have my phone. And so I got through it. Yeah.
Okay, cool story.
What was
that's wild. And so what you were saying to me before is that the reason you wanted to talk about that story was because it brought up the importance of phones for people these days and how it made you realize that you actually don't need your phone, right?
Well, I think a phone, definitely there's a time and a place for a phone because, I don't know about you, but all my emails are on my phone. Mm-hmm. All my passwords are on my phone.
But not as much, not holding it as such an importance in your life when there's more important things.
And I felt like it was almost like, I did feel like it was a God thing that I forgot my phone because it actually made me so present. And it was because I've been listening to podcasts about how we're so reliant on our phones these days. Mm-hmm. It was kind of like gearing me for that. I was like, I can do this. And I actually took it on as a challenge. And Ryan goes, you sure you don't want me to buy you a cheap phone in Australia? And I was like, no, I don't need to depend on a phone. It's 5 days. I'll be fine. If anyone needs me emergency, they know they can get hold of Geordie or Ryan for 2 days. It was not life or death. If I see a croc, I'll grab Ryan and Geordie's phone and take a photo. It was so good. And that's why I thought, because before I forgot my phone in Australia, I actually wanted to bring up about how I've been listening to Mel Robbins, the first 15 minutes off your day without your phone. And then I've just been listening to a podcast with Jay Shetty, the first 60 minutes off the day without your phone. And so then this happened and I thought, what a perfect topic to talk about, how we're so attached to our phones. And she was saying that she puts her phone in the bathroom so she can hear the alarm go off while she's sleeping, yeah. So she can hear the alarm go off and it makes her get out of bed straight away, which is a good thing. Second thing is, she said if anyone needs to contact her emergency, like for an emergency, they will ring her. So she'll hear the phone ring. So she doesn't have it on silent. She says it in her bathroom. But texts and stuff she doesn't wake up to. Well, she can't hear beeps and texts and stuff. And she said for the first 15 minutes, if you're not controlled by your phone, you've got a chance of controlling that day. And I was like, oh yeah, it kind of got my attention. So I listened to a whole podcast on it, and I was like, that's really cool. So I started implementing that into my day, putting my phone in the bathroom. And when I wake up, I don't look at my phone. And I know that any of my kids that want to contact me in emergency, they would call me, or they'll call dad, or, you know, there's always some other way. And so I get up in the morning, she's like, you know, whether you do breath work or whether you just sit outside and have the sun on your face and have a coffee, whether you do exercise, whatever you want to do with that first 15 minutes, you're controlling your day. You're not getting dictated by emails or other people's texts or other people's posts or what everyone else is doing. You're controlling your day. And you know, the last couple of years I have been thinking, you know, I really am on my phone lots. And it's just one of our like second arms now. It's like that little device that's always with us. And it definitely has some good points, you know, the devices we have these days, like we were talking about with our health talk, like, you know, it's got my exercise rings on it and all that stuff. But anyway, so I started doing that, and I started doing, because I've, right from last year, I've been wanting to implement push-ups into my life, because I used to do lots of them when I was weightlifting, and when I tried out for the police and stuff, I was always like into my push-ups. And I hadn't done them for probably a good couple of years, push-ups. I know that I could always go down and do 10 man push-ups, but I probably couldn't do past that. And that's not me. I could easily do like 40, 50 easily, you know, man push-ups. It was always like, you know, and I thought, I'm really losing that. And I don't, you know, the saying is, if you lose it, if you don't use it, you lose it. And so I wanted to implement my push-ups. So I started doing 10 every minute on the minute for 10 minutes. So I was doing 100 push-ups. Now, I wasn't doing 100 man push-ups. I have only started doing woman push-ups from the knees, but I didn't want to go to extreme, getting back into it. And I was doing it for about 2 weeks. And the last week I was really suffering. I felt like I was internally bruised in my chest and my arm and my shoulders. It was not fun. It was not a fun feeling. It was actually aching and sore. So I stopped doing that, and I turned around to do sit-ups. But now my body's a bit more conditioned. Now I'm doing one day 100 sit-ups, one day 100 push-ups, and vice versa every day. But it's only for 10 minutes every morning. I don't look at my phone. I go to my watch and I hit 10-minute strength training workout. And on the minute I do it, and by 20 seconds I've finished my 10, and I have that whole 40 minutes to rest till my next 10. So 10 minutes, and I've achieved 100 push-ups in 10 minutes. What else can I achieve? You know, like, you get that, what else can I do? And, you know, your heart rate's up, your endorphins are going for the start of the day. I go outside and get a little bit of UV on my skin, because I'm very, very, very competitor. Like most women don't want to get sun on their face. I'm literally the sun is medicine to me.
It is, yeah.
It's medicine if you just don't go overboard crazy. And so going into the winter months, I'm really trying really hard not to wear as much makeup or wear any makeup before I do my morning walk, so I can get that UV sun on my face. Right. And so I go out and get some sun on my face. And then, so I was doing that, and I was really enjoying that. And then I listened to the Jay Shetty one, and he was doing the same thing, but he was doing the first 60 minutes of his day without his phone.
More intense, eh?
And that is so much more intense. But he's done all that monk stuff, and like, he's very disciplined, controlled person. So he does the first 60 minutes, and he goes into a lot more scientific background. So if you want to listen to his podcast on it, at some points it was a bit over my head and a bit woo-wee, but it had some good.
We could probably link these podcast episodes in the description.
That'd be really good, because they were good. And like anything, you take little bits out of it that are going to work for you and that you align with. And he talked about, you know, again, like, why would you let the day dictate you by looking at other people's posts, what other people are doing, comparing. You know, you start comparing your husbands, you start comparing, oh, they're on holiday. You start kind of getting into that negative state. And it's like, this is the start of your day. And you're already opening up to what everyone else is doing before you've conquered your day. And he says it in a lot more better way than me. But I was like, yeah. And then he talked about ticking 3 things off, like write down 3 goals that you want for that day. And he said, don't go crazy overboard. Don't write 10, because you're not going to achieve them.
Make it achievable, eh?
Make it achievable for yourself. Write 3. And he said they can be as little or as big as you want. Like, they could be, I'm going to have a coffee outside in the sunlight today. I'm going to catch up and have a 10-minute talk to my husband. I'm going to do 5 minutes of my jigsaw puzzle. I'm going to go for an outdoor walk, whatever you want to do. And I thought, yeah, I really, really like that. So I've now implemented my 3 things I want to achieve for the day. And sometimes they're bigger, sometimes they're smaller. It all depends on the day and what my week is. And sometimes I just have got to get out today and do an hour walk and tick. And you feel so good and you feel so in control. And that 15 minutes that I've been doing, it almost goes into half an hour, 40 minutes. And then I'm like, I better look at my phone,
Right, yeah.
And then when I left my phone, in New Zealand, I was like, that's why I was a little bit more mentally prepared, because I'd done this for 2 weeks. I was like, this is really good. Like, I'm up for this challenge. And it's amazing how many people I noticed when I was over in Gold Coast, when I was walking through the shops, because I didn't have my phone. My head was up and I was taking it all in. How many people nearly walked into me because they're just on their phone so much. And you're like, I don't ever see people's eyes anymore.
Yeah.
You just notice it so much more. Like everything's on ultra awareness because you haven't got your phone.
Yeah.
I dare you to go out today for one day and not take your phone with you, like to the shopping centre, and you'd be like, oh my goodness, everyone's head is down.
It's because, like, what I find sometimes, like, a phone's like a comfort thing. So, like, you're waiting for your coffee at a cafe, for example, and you've ordered like sandwiches. You've got like 3 people waiting in the line with you. None of you feel comfortable enough to like do small talk with each other, so you just pick up your phone because it's more comfortable. And you're like, if I look distracted right now, no one's going to talk to me, because it's like this barrier that you put between you and like uncomfortable situations.
I feel like so that's such a Gen X thing, isn't it?
It's not.
I mean, a Gen Z thing.
No, I find people of all ages doing it.
Really?
Because I usually will like get a coffee twice a week from like Valari and some lunch, and I'm always like waiting for it and stuff. And I try and like put my phone down and actually just wait
and be present,
not use my phone as a barrier and be present.
That's good.
But sometimes you just like, for me, sometimes I actually need to like flick through an email or something. But everyone just picks up their phone and they're just like scrolling, and they like, sometimes I overlook on people's shoulders, like, what are they actually doing on their phone?
I know.
They're just randomly scrolling through tabs. They're just mindlessly pick up the phone for no important reason, and it's like everyone does it.
I know.
It's this comfort thing, and you feel like even walking from one room to the other, you have to bring your phone with you. Like, why do we feel
like
that
in
need?
your home, isn't it? Yes.
And for me, like, I'll use an excuse as, oh, but what if someone calls me? But like, how often does someone call me? And if they really need to get hold of me, they'll find a way, or I'll eventually check my phone. Like, it will be seen down. I'm like,
or you'd hear it ring, and you'd run to the lounge and pick it up.
Yeah, I don't know. It is.
But isn't it crazy how easy that becomes your life, and it becomes your third hand?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, it was mind blowing for me when I didn't have my phone. And sometimes I was like, there's a crocodile. I want to take a photo. And things like that were a little bit like, I was like, right, give me your phone.
Or you need to like talk to someone.
Yeah, I still got all my photos that I needed.
Yeah.
They're just all on someone else's phone.
Someone else had a phone though.
Yes.
So there are still important things that you can use a phone for, but it's also like, you probably realise you don't need it as much as you think you do. Right?
No. And because I guess I was thinking this would have been different if I had my shop, I would have really needed my phone to contact the staff.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, they would have just contacted Ryan or
You just
Geordie.
would have given them a different contact number.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not the be all end all. So many people told me that I messaged, hey, haven't got my phone at the moment. There was a guy that I was waiting on an important email to come through, and so Ryan knew his email, so he just said, hey, my wife's left her phone, contact me on this phone. He's an IT guy, and he said, I would have got a different flight and cancelled my holiday if I had left my phone in New Zealand. And I was like,
wow,
that's kind of sad. Yes, your job is IT and that's your world, but really?
It's sad that people depend on this one object now, because we rely on this object not just for communication but for everything. Like our whole life is on it, so it does feel like life and death when it's not there. But why are we almost worshipping this like object?
I know,
that's what it feels like.
I know.
It's like, why have we put this as more important than going away with our family, or
I know,
just talking to our sibling or our child or our spouse?
I know. And I wasn't going for a work conference that I needed my phone because I had no laptop.
It was a leisure holiday.
Yeah. with my family. Why was I so worried about a phone?
And you don't have work anymore either. So, yeah.
And then
crazy.
I got you to just say, hey, if there's any alarm, emails. At the end of the day, people know I'm with Ryan or Geordie, the most important people to me, and they contacted them anyway. It's just...
But also, did it make you realise, because like you said, you had to use your phone for Apple Pay because that's what you use now to pay for things. You didn't have your Apple Pay, so you had no way to pay for things. It's kind of like we literally just rely on it for that too. Like going to a shop to pay for it. Like
it's
no one
wallet.
really brings their wallet to places anymore.
I don't have a wallet. I don't own a wallet. I have a purse. I have handbags, and then I just chuck a card or my driver's license in that handbag if I need it. But I don't use my EFTPOS card. I wouldn't even know my EFTPOS card is.
Well, that's the thing. Some people don't even know their pins to their cards anymore.
I know. It's gotten so out of hand.
Guys, because we just tap and it's fine.
Yeah.
And then if you go into a shop and they don't have Apple Pay, they're like, oh, I can't do this and I have to leave. It's like,
we got that at the shop, but that was like 2 years ago, and we're like, carry your cards with you anymore. And I was like, that's so interesting. But 2 years later, it's me. I do not carry cards with me. My phone is my every way of paying, my form of paying.
And like for you also, like your booking confirmations and everything.
Yeah, that was hard. But you know what? Nikki just forwarded the emails through to Ryan or Geordie.
But also, I'm sure if you went to the place and said the booking's under your name.
So I did that because I was like, actually, I don't want to rely on a phone. So I went to the first one. And they're just like, oh, yeah, we'll just look you up. And they had it all there. And I'm like, I don't even need my confirmation number anyway.
Right.
There was just one place I forgot the name of where I was staying because it was just I know. It was the in-between. It was just the one night in Brisbane. It was the in-between that I was like, oh, what was that name I booked? And that's why I needed you to forward that through. So we could Google. Oh, and Google Maps was another thing, like when I was driving, because we hired a car. I had a car there for 5 days.
So Google Maps I use for everything.
Yeah. Most cars have got Google Maps on it. I just use my phone for Google Maps. So there was things like that. I didn't miss social media. I didn't miss it at all.
No.
It's starting to become like, I don't know, I love looking on social media for like, say,
inspo.
Yeah, like say I'm like, oh, I'm really into landscaping at the moment. I'm really into gardens at the moment. I'm looking at everything garden, or bees. I'm looking at everything bees now, or things like that. And every recipe under the sun I'm loving. I'm sick of looking at people's social media though. Like I'm sick of it.
I feel like it's just like too much mental work sometimes just to scroll. And then you get tired, but then you get stuck in this doom scrolling zone that you're just stuck on it. And you're like, how long have I been lying here scrolling? For me, I find like my phone is like anxiety inducing. That's why I try and like limit how much I go on it. Because like for me, I have clients reaching out to me, work reaching out to me, social media that I need to do and put out there.
People are like wanting you.
Yeah, people want me, and if I'm not replying, they're like, where are you? I need to get hold of you. And for me, I'm like, oh, like in the middle of the night, like at night, whatever, and I'm trying to relax. It's like anxiety. So I don't want to pick up my phone because it just makes me think of work, and then my body gets more stressed. I just want to be relaxed at that time.
You've always been quite disciplined on your phone, I feel, eh?
I think it's just because it overwhelms me picking it up and like having to respond. Like I have to put like an hour aside and be like, okay, now I'm going to reply to all my emails so that I can just
tick them off. That's a good discipline though to do.
But if I just do it all, sometimes I'll just do it all the time, but I find my body's more stressed when I'm doing it all the time.
Dad's like that. He's just, his whole life is on his phone.
And it's stressful.
And sometimes I think, just give yourself time limits if that's your whole life on there. But yeah, it's crazy. But it's been so good for me. And to have my husband say to me, Marie, you are so much more present.
Yeah,
that's and it's still like I am on my phone because I play this organisation toys. I organise toys, Nikki.
You like your game you play?
I love my organisation games. I love them.
But for you, it's probably like your thing that you do that helps like relax you at the end of the day.
It does, but you know what? I'm saying to not just do it at the end of the day. I do it when I wake up. I do it when I'm waiting for that doctor's appointment. I'm waiting for that coffee. I go straight to my toy organisation.
That's like your comfort thing, but it's attached to your phone.
But having that 5-day reset of my toys, I'm like, I don't
really
actually need my toys anymore. The toys are fine.
You woke up and were like, I don't need to game anymore.
I don't need to, and it's still on my phone, but I don't have that. I've got to
urgency.
go. Yeah.
That was like you with Heyday too.
I know, I've let
You
go
gotta
of
feed your
Heyday
animals
too.
and everything.
I know, and Geordie's still trying to get me, Mum, your animals are sick, they're missing you, and I'm like,
but that is like, people create those games
I know.
to get you hooked
And
so
I was
that you can
spending
keep
money, I
playing
was
them so
spending
that
real
they
money
can
on
keep
them.
getting paid.
Yeah.
But you don't need it.
And you know
it's
the other
not
thing
real.
that's been, no, and it's been so freeing. And do you know the other thing that I've stopped doing, which is probably a really naughty bit of me? I have stopped buying as much online shopping at night time.
That's good.
That, I mean, it's a good thing, but it's a bit naughty that I did that. That's
If I online shop, it's at night time too.
Yeah.
It's really bad. You don't even need to do it.
No.
But you just want to.
No.
Like, oh, I'll just do this.
and it's at night time, and I'm like, because everything's so easy, you don't have to
Yeah,
get up
I
and get your
always look at
card
clothes
anymore.
at
You
night
just
too.
click that Apple Pay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my goodness, I've actually, because I was getting a bit out of hand with the online buying, as you know. I'm like, oh, I do need that hook. I do need that dress. Oh, I do need that new plate. It's just ridiculous.
But it's because you get influenced constantly by like
I
videos.
know.
Like even
and
if
they
I'm looking
all
at
make it
people's,
look good.
like if I'm looking at Instagram like friends stories, then there's like a sponsored story the next one, and it's like,
Yes.
oh, that's nice.
I
And then I'll
know.
click into it, and then I'm like, why am I doing this?
I know.
It gets you involved thinking you need all this stuff.
And because it's all so pretty and it's
Yeah.
all so you need it
Yeah.
and it's so in your face.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, every girl must know right now, if you're on social media, you need suede and you need a bomber jacket. That's what's all big at the moment. And I'm like, am I getting caught up into this? I'm like, I need a short
random
bomber jacket.
objects.
Yeah, I need suede. Because suede's so big right now. And I'm like, no, I do not.
Yeah, like literally, let's step out of that and be like, oh wait.
Yeah.
So it probably was like a good wake up call, right?
It was, and I needed it.
That's good.
And I just don't want to get back onto it. I mean, I still love it, looking at my rings and how much steps I walk and all that kind of
but
stuff.
then it becomes addicting too.
I know, but then I feel like I've backed off it enough that I'm like, and I feel like just not having it in the first hour. And sometimes I don't have my phone for the first hour and a half. And sometimes I miss out on my standing of my rings. I'm like, oh, if I put my watch on and looked at my phone for 2 hours earlier, I'd have 2 more hours of standing. But I'm like, at the end of the day, it's only between me and my phone. Like, who cares if I had 2 hours of standing? I know I had 2 hours extra of standing. But I know it's pathetic. But yeah, it's been so good. And to have my husband say that I'm a bit more present, and
It's very interesting, eh?
so interesting. And you just notice how much people are on it now.
So do you feel like from this experience you're going to challenge yourself by like keeping the goal of 15 minutes in the first morning each day without a phone?
Yeah. So Mel Robbins has been doing it for over 5 years, and she said on the weekend sometimes she'll go on her phone because it's just, she gives herself, but definitely 5 out of 7 days she has it in the bathroom. But I just feel it was the weekend the other day, it was Easter, and I thought, oh, Mel Robbins does it. I might have my phone at night time with me, not during the night, but just take it into bed with me, because I don't even take it to bed with me anymore. And I've been loving that, been going to bed quicker, because I think that is that blue light scrolling thing. I've been going to bed so
And
much
stimulating
quicker.
your brain as
I
well.
have been waking up feeling like I have had 4 hours more sleep.
Really?
And it's probably just because I didn't do scrolling for half an
Wow.
hour before bed. Like, I honestly feel better. I wake up just
So
feeling
good.
so good. And anyway, I thought, oh, it's Easter, I'm just going to go on my phone, just do some scrolling and, just look at some clothes and stuff. I literally looked at Ryan. I'd been scrolling my phone for about an hour. I woke up tired. I was stimulated. I didn't get to sleep till like 2 hours later. I was like, why am I doing this to myself? And so the next day I was like, no, I'm not even going to do it. And I put it in the bathroom, charged it on the bathroom, and didn't even miss it.
Wow.
And I just think it'd be so much better for your intimacy and your, in a relationship, as
Yeah.
well as your pocket for money, because you're not spending all this money. Just so many things it's so good for.
Yeah.
And I'm not putting down phones, because I need my phone for so many things, but just not depending on it so
Yeah,
much, being attached to
Because
it.
realistically, we're all going to need our phone for... That's the day we live in, right? We're all going to need our phone. But finding limits and controlling
Yeah.
how often you're on it is so important, right?
So important.
Just being aware of
Yeah.
like your usage on it.
And even like that thing I was showing you the other day, Robin Williams, the singer. Robbie Williams. He said he's not going to give his kids what, a 15 or something, and he still hasn't given them a phone. And I think good on him.
Because you showed me the video before this episode, he was saying like it's like a drug.
Yeah.
And
it's
they
like an
get
addiction
addicted
drug.
to it. Why would you give your child a drug? It's
Yeah.
just like another substance of it in a different
Yeah.
variation.
And I guess like you had your phone you got a phone quite early, eh?
I got a old flip phone
Mm-hmm.
where it was like you have to type 3 times to get to the C.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
I got that. I think it was one of your old ones when I was an intermediate.
Right. So
The
about
only thing
11,
I
12.
could do, because Dad only paid for a couple text messages, so the only thing I could do was like text Dad. I remember Dad had a contact called Dad Free Phone, so it was like didn't cost anything to call him.
remember that. His
And
800 number.
It had Snakes and Ladders, the game on it. So that was all that I had on it.
Oh, see, that's a good intro.
It was good because that was more for me. Like I was finally going out on my own, catching the bus to school, and you guys just wanted to make sure I was okay.
Because it was a
my
public bus.
safety.
It wasn't a school bus.
It was a school bus.
Oh, was it?
No, yeah, it was a school bus when I first got it. But then it got to like the people around me at school had these iPhone touches. It was actually iPhone 3s.
Oh, yes.
And they were like this new thing. And I think like you guys had just got an iPhone for the first time at that time. And I was like, oh, I really want an iPhone. Because I had an iPod Touch to play games in as well.
iPod Touches, yes.
But, and you could get away with like texting friends on like, there was Kik, which was just like a free texting app. And things like kind of like WhatsApp.
Mm-hmm.
And things like that. And then I think you guys let me get your old phone maybe in year 8, so my last year of intermediate.
Okay.
Form 2.
Right.
And I was starting to catch the public bus then.
Right.
So it's a little bit more scary.
Yeah.
But I was still limited to how many texts and
calls. You
calls.
didn't have social media. We wouldn't let you have social media.
I got Instagram when I was 12, which sounds crazy now, but that's when it first came out.
And did we let you?
You let me, but you guys didn't know what it was. This was when it first came out, and all people were posting was just like photos of like Lego, like photos of like I remember posting a photo of a cartwheel on a beach. Like it was so simple back then.
Yeah,
it was not like it was today. And
yeah,
there was a rule that I could only be friends with people that were my friends, like no strangers.
No strangers. Yeah. So we did implement some rules, even though we didn't know much about it.
And also you guys would overlook it to see like, you know, what I'd be posting and stuff. I'm pretty sure we'd hand our phones in at night too before bed.
Definitely, that was a rule that we had to be on the kitchen table.
Yeah. And like
the kitchen counter
and
bench.
you guys would take those away from us if like as a consequence kind of thing.
Oh, that was so much leverage those days. We'll take your phone away. Man, that was good old days. We had leverage over our kids.
Until we bought our own phone.
But then Dad would be like, I'm still paying for the bill.
But yeah, Instagram is very different. But I wasn't allowed Snapchat until I was 15, I think.
Right.
And same with Facebook. I had to be 15.
Yeah, right.
And still, it was like controlled use. And back then I thought, oh, everyone else has got this like so much before, like earlier than me. But the only reason I got Facebook was for like group things for school sports and stuff.
Right.
And Snapchat was just to play with the filters.
Oh, that's when filters were huge. That's right. And you do your big koala face thing or the big toast. Remember the big toast, the bread, and your face
and you
was
could
in the
like
middle
it could
of
change
it?
your voice and stuff. I think there still is that, but no one really uses Snapchat for that now. But I mean, it's so different now. This was like over
it's
10
scary
years ago.
now, isn't it? It's scary.
Yeah.
I'm actually like, I'm quite scared for the next generation. Like, are you scared to bring your kids up with these phones?
I really want to implement like so much control with that stuff. But I think it's going to be different when their friends have different rules to us and like what those friends are. And then they're like, but my friends have this. And I'm aware of that because I had that same issue when I was growing up.
That's when it's really hard.
So yeah, that's what I'm nervous about. But I do think, and I hear about things all the time about the harm that phones do and online bullying to kids. And I've seen it firsthand and it's very scary and
it's so scary.
It definitely makes me not want to give my kids any social media, any phones.
And I think
until they're old enough to know those things.
Yeah. I think parents out there that are saying it's not scary and my kids aren't doing that. I'm telling you now, you're bloody naive.
So naive.
Because they are doing it if you don't think they're doing it.
Yeah.
And you've got to be aware and you've got to be all over that as a parent. And
yeah, it's really scary.
I actually think that there's so much there, even for boys to get into, even girls, just to even look at naked bodies and porn and all that intro into that stuff. And it's like parents going, the naive parent goes, oh, my son wouldn't be looking at that. My son wouldn't be doing that. He's a good boy. I'm sorry. He will be. You need to teach him that you
like
don't
it
do
starts
that.
at school, the curiosity, things like that.
And I kind of get a little bit over these naive parents. And it is just naive. Maybe, they say it's harder to parent being an intentional parent than a parent that just is like, I'm just going to ignore that. Because it's almost like maybe they do know, but they don't want to address it because it's just going to cause too much conflict and arguments and hard decisions in the family. Yeah. But like, if I can encourage parents to try so hard, if you've got young kids coming up along, just to get them off social media as much and as long as possible, it will save you heartache.
There's even like, if they're watching YouTube, ads pop up on YouTube that are like concerning things, music videos, like
algorithm is a real big thing too these days.
The constant flashing of different images and videos and scrolling, it's like they're getting overstimulated at kids. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, they shouldn't be getting overstimulated.
It was like when I went to my talking seminar, I had a public speak. And they said you've got to grab someone in the first 8 seconds of your speech.
3 seconds.
That was 8 seconds, and then he said, but now it's 3 seconds. And and someone put their hand up and said, why is it 8 seconds? And why is it 3 seconds now, not 8 seconds? Because it was always 8 seconds. He said, because everyone's got social media these days, people's attention span has lost and dropped that much. And that was like, crazy. Oh my goodness. And now, if you're not getting someone's attention in your speech within the first 3 seconds, you've lost them. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Even social media for like my business and things, like learning things, for Instagram Reels, I think it's like 0 point something seconds. You've got to get someone's attention straight away or they'll scroll.
And that's why...
Which is so like...
why you see these days...
whenever your hand goes on there, that's what makes it noise.
That's what you see these days, why... girls are showing half their body because it grabs your attention. Flesh grabs your attention.
It's really dangerous and it's really scary.
So dangerous.
There's also obviously a lot of really cool and amazing things on social media, but it's just like being aware of it, hey?
Being so aware.
So maybe the challenge for the listeners is limit your phone usage and see what changes it does to you, or start your day 15 minutes like Mel Robbins said, or Jay Shetty, do the hour and see what happens.
We'll link those podcasts because it's definitely a discipline, and I'm all for growing as a person and having disciplines put in place. And I thought, I'm not someone like the Prime Minister. I don't need my phone. I'm not the President of the United States. I don't need my phone. Like, it's not life or death. So I think that's been so good, and I wish to continue it, and I hope I continue it. But I've got myself into such a positive, good start. I feel like I will continue it because I don't want to go back to that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What's your quote to end the episode today?
Well, another thing. So Dad and I, when we first started going out, my favourite movie was, because I just love Sylvester Stallone. He's my favourite actor. And, yes, Paul Walker and Vin Diesel are up there too, but Sylvester Stallone's always been my favourite actor. When we first started going out, Dad and I watched the first, I think the 5 or 6 Rockies in a row. In the first month of us started going out, and we thought, let's watch it all again, because he's now, I think, is it like 6 or 7 Rockies, and then it goes into the Creeds. There's 3 Creeds after that. There's all these 6 Rockies, and it's Rocky Balboa, and then there's the 3 Creeds. So we've just finished watching it all, so I'm all a bit like, I love Rocky. I think it's so cool, and I love Sylvester Stallone. So I thought I'll share you a good old Rocky quote. If
this
I can
quote
find
is
it.
very big in your guys' world, isn't it?
It's huge.
Did you get it framed for Dad?
Dad got it actually framed for me.
Oh.
Like, maybe when I was having my boxing fight, which was probably like 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just love it. Like, I love the quote. Like, yeah, I really like it. Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and a nasty place. And I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is going to hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that. I'm always gonna love you no matter what. No matter what happens, you're my son and you're my blood. You're the best thing in my life, but until you start believing in yourself, you ain't gonna have a life. That was Rocky telling his son that. Rocky Balboa!
Wow.
That is so extra. I love Rocky Balboa. I love Sylvester Stallone. I just love all those series. As
Very
cheesy as it
cool.
sounds. Yeah,
Very nice.
that's the quote to head you off into the
Hopefully
week.
that motivates everyone.
Get out there and take a boxing class and get out there and leave your phone in the bathroom and you don't look at your phone and have the first 60 days to yourself and get you doing your push-ups and conquer the day.
Nice. Like and subscribe, and hope you enjoyed this week's video / episode. Do you have anything else to say?
No, do you?
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.